Welcome back to Auto Rush Pro, where today we're diving into the highly anticipated return of an American muscle car icon, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. This is a car that brings back the glory days of raw horsepower, bold styling, and that unmistakable attitude, but now it's infused with modern technology and engineering. It's not just a trip down memory lane, it's a reimagining of a legend for today's roads. And believe me, this one's going to turn heads whether it's standing still or flying past you, right from the first glance. The exterior commands attention with a perfect balance of retro nostalgia and contemporary aggression. The front fascia is a nod to the original Roadrunner's wide, menacing stance, but now it's sharper, with LED matrix headlights that almost seem to glare at you. The grille is bold, blacked out, and carries the classic Roadrunner emblem proudly, while functional air intakes feed the beast under the hood. The long, muscular hood has pronounced bulges, hinting at the monstrous power lying beneath, and those sculpted fenders add to its athletic look. Moving to the sides, the Roadrunner sits low and wide, with pronounced body lines that flow smoothly from front to rear, creating an aerodynamic profile without losing that old-school muscle car charm. The wheel options range from aggressive 19-inch alloys to massive 21-inch forged performance wheels wrapped in high-performance rubber, giving you grip for days. At the rear, you get a beautifully integrated ducktail spoiler, modern LED tail lamps, and quad exhaust tips that not only look mean but sound like pure muscle when you start her up. The color palette is another nod to the past, with shades like Tor Red, Plum Crazy, and Lemon Twist alongside new metallic finishes for those who want a more modern edge. Step inside, and the 2026 Roadrunner continues to blend classic style with cutting-edge features. The cabin feels like a driver's playground, with a low seating position, a thick, flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in premium leather, and paddle shifters for those who choose the automatic variant. The dashboard design takes inspiration from the late 60s models but replaces analog dials with a fully digital 12-inch, customizable cluster that can display everything from retro-style gauges to advanced performance telemetry. The center console is home to a massive 13-inch touchscreen with the latest Uconnect infotainment system, offering wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 5G connectivity, and even over-the-air updates. The materials are top-notch with a choice between Alcantara, premium leather, and carbon fiber trim. The sport seats are deeply bolstered, keeping you locked in place during spirited driving while still being comfortable enough for long highway cruises. Even the rear seats, while compact, are more usable than in most muscle cars, and the trunk offers decent space for a weekend getaway. Ambient lighting adds a modern touch, and you can even choose a vintage orange backlight mode for a true retro vibe during night drives. But as any muscle car fan knows, it's what's under the hood that really counts, and the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner doesn't disappoint. The base model comes with a naturally aspirated 6.4-liter HEMI V8, producing 510 horsepower and 480 pounds-ft of torque, paired to either a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed automatic. For those craving more, the Roadrunner SRT variant steps things up with a supercharged 6.2-liter HEMI V8, pumping out a jaw-dropping 720 horsepower and 650 pounds-ft of torque, capable of catapulting you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds. And yes, it still sends all that power to the rear wheels because that's how a true muscle car should be. The suspension has been modernized with adaptive dampers, giving you the choice between comfortable cruising and track-ready stiffness. The steering is sharp and responsive, and the massive Brembo brakes ensure you can bring all that speed under control in an instant. Even the exhaust system has been tuned to deliver an addictive growl at idle, a roaring scream at full throttle, and plenty of pops and crackles when you lift off the gas. Fuel economy obviously isn't the main focus here, but thanks to cylinder deactivation and start-stop technology, the Roadrunner is more efficient than its predecessors, especially during highway cruising. The handling is surprisingly refined for such a powerful machine, with improved weight distribution and a chassis that feels planted even in aggressive cornering. That means it's not just a straight-line monster. It's a car you can actually enjoy on winding roads without feeling like you're wrestling a wild animal when it comes to pricing. The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner offers a surprisingly competitive entry point for a car with this much performance and heritage. The base model starts around $58,000, giving enthusiasts an attainable gateway into modern muscle. The SRT variant pushes into the $78,000 range, while fully loaded limited editions with bespoke paint, upgraded interiors, and track packages can touch the $95,000 mark. Considering the level of performance, craftsmanship, and exclusivity you're getting, it's a price point that will tempt a lot of muscle car lovers. In a market increasingly dominated by electric and hybrid performance cars, the 2026 Roadrunner feels like a breath of fresh, gasoline-scented air. It's unapologetically loud, fast, and full of character, yet it's also packed with the kind of technology and refinement that makes it usable as a daily driver. For those who grew up dreaming of Plymouth's glory days, this is the revival you've been waiting for. And for a new generation of drivers, it's an opportunity to experience what real American muscle feels like, but with all the benefits of modern engineering. The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner isn't just a car. It's a statement. It's proof that even in an era of rapid change, there's still room for raw, mechanical driving joy. It's the kind of car you look back at every time you park it, the kind of car that makes strangers strike up conversations at gas stations, and the kind of car that leaves you grinning every time you put your foot down, whether you're chasing nostalgia or just looking for one of the most thrilling driving experiences on the market. The Roadrunner delivers in spades. So that's the return of the legend, bold, beautiful, and built to perform. The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner has brought the muscle car spirit roaring back to life. And if the sound of a big V8 and the sight of a wide, aggressive stance make your heart race, this is one you'll want to see and hear in person. This has been Auto Rush Pro, bringing you the cars that make driving an event, not just a commute. Until next time, keep the revs high and the rubber burning.